Hi, my name is Colette, author of Wall Yoga, The Art of Centering. Did you know the most effective way to toughen your joints and muscles is called pressure? Wall Yoga is about binding your body and putting pressure on your joints and muscles to help heal, cleanse, and toughen your body from the inside out. Come join me every week on my YouTube channel and let's work out together. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bring your arm to the ceiling and inhale. Look to the floor. Just kind of rock your body a little left and right. And feel you're pressing all four corners of your feet down. And then interlace your fingers and put your hand behind your head. And drop your blades down as you reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. And keeping your jaw relaxed and your breath open as you inhale. Long, steady breath in. And exhale. Elbows behind your ears again, you inhale. Pulling your tummy in and up. As you breathe in and up. Bring your hand to the ceiling as you're inhaling. Bring your hand to your heart as you exhale. Put your hand behind your back as you are exhaling. Make sure your feet are apart so you can bend your knees deep. And lower your body down. And roll your shoulders back. As you're rolling your shoulders back, you feel that you're going to sit on a chair. If you can't, then open your feet a little wider. Hold in this position as you're trying to brace your body in this position. And don't buckle in your knees, keep them apart. And then inhale your hand back up for your thunderbolt and look up. And bring your hand to your heart as you exhale. And continue to exhale down into a deep forward bend. As you exhale, you rock your body a little left and right, front of your head to the earth. Keep rocking your body a little left and right, and keep pushing your feet into the earth. As your tailbone goes down, and wiggle your legs. You want to just feel how from the hip to the crown of your head to drop down. As you feel your spine is stretching. Can you walk your left hand behind your left heel, you're twisting to your left, and your right hand in the front of your left foot. And then work your way around with your right hand is now behind your right heel, and your left hand is in front of your right foot. Twist. Go back down into a deep forward bend. Exhale. Go into a deep chair. Look at your hand. Bend your knees. Inhale for your flat back. Circle your arms around. Come back up for your thunderbolt. You look up and stand up in extended mountain. And bring your hand to your heart and exhale. Inhale your arm back up, breathe all the way in and up. Extend your arms up as you pull your tummy in, which will just allow you to keep pushing and reaching your hands up. And then your hand to your heart. Put your hands onto your hip, drop your shoulders back, bend your knees and open your feet even a little wider. Rock yourself a little left and right. Circle your arm back up to the ceiling. Reach your arms up and feel like you're almost separating the shoulder joint. That you're reaching and separating the ball and the socket as your hands keep extending up. And you can feel the separation from the last rib to your hips. And then bring your left hand down and turn and look at your left foot as your right hand keeps extending up. And then bend your right elbow and bring your right hand behind your right ear and shift your weight into your right foot. Hold that as you keep bringing your right elbow back. And then bring your right hand up and look at your right hand. Drop your head back. And then bring your right hand down and bring your left hand up as you take a long, steady breath in and out. And turn and look at your right foot. As your left hand keeps extending up, your right hand extends down to your right foot. Look up at your left hand and inhale. And then bring both hands up. Bend your knees to a deep chair and fold your body down to your deep forward bend. Exhale. Rock your hips a little left and right. Lean back into the heels of your feet. Then bend your knees, your hands on your lap. You inhale for your chair. Circle your body around for your thunderbolt. Then hold your thunderbolt as you pull your breath in. And then stand back up, extended mouth. Bring your hand to your heart and you exhale. Bring your hand onto your hip, drop your shoulders back, bend your knees and bring your feet together. Extend your arms up, extended mountain. Bring your hand to your heart for your deep chair, your feet are now together. Finish off in a deep forward bend as you exhale. Crown of your head is down. Rock your hips again a little left and right. Keep taking your tailbone up as you inhale. And go into a high flat back. Look at your chair. And exhale your deep forward bend. Pull your tummy in and up. And allow your head to drop down. And hold that position as you try to stretch and lengthen your legs. From here, bend your knee, put your hand back on your lap, shift your weight back to your hip, bring your arms around for your thunderbolt, look up and stand up. Reach your arms up, breathe in and out, and open your throat up and pull your breath in. And bring your hand to your heart. Put your hand on your hip, take one step forward to your chair. You're going to put your hand on the chair. You're going to put the heels of your hand on the chair, the front part of the frame of the chair. And then you're going to step back into a deep flat back. So now you have your heels of your feet in line with your hips. And the heels of your hands are pressing down into the front frame of your chair. And just kind of start rocking your body left and right. As you keep sinking your body down, you're trying to get your ears in front of your arms. So you're trying to fold your body in as deep as you can. And stretching out and making those back muscles move. Move the middle of your back. Rock yourself a little left, a little right. Take a breath in. From there, float on up and look up. Your chin is up. And exhale back. Float on up. Inhale up. So you're dropping your shoulders right above the heels of your hands and you look ahead and then you push back. And again, inhale up, look ahead, draw your shoulders back, chin is up. And come on back. Deep down and get in your ears in front of your arms, kind of rock a little left and right. Then bring your hands to your feet as you fold and you exhale. Go into a high flat back, you inhale. Exhale, deep forward bend again. Your legs are apart. Circle your arms around for your deep chair. Come on up for your thunderbolt and stand up, extended mountain. Having your hand behind your head, pull your elbows back again. As you drop your shoulders down and you reach the crown of your head to the ceiling, and then tip your body to the left as you weight it in your right foot, and try to get both elbows behind your ears. Then inhale up and tip your body to the right, pulling your elbows back. Shift your weight into your left foot as your elbows are back. And inhale up. Bring your hand to the ceiling as you inhale. Bring your hand to your heart as you exhale. Come back down into a deep forward bend. You're done exhaling. Look ahead, high, flat back. You inhale. Walk your hand back up to the chair and float over your chair as you look up. You're in a plank. You're similar to a plank. You have the heel of your hand gripping into the front of the chair, and you're looking ahead as your shoulders are down, away from your ears. You just turn and look at your left foot as though your left shoulder is going to touch your left hip. And then look ahead as you inhale and turn, look at your right foot as if your right shoulder is going to touch it, right? And then look ahead and inhale. Are you floating your weight of your body over the heels of your hands? Are you pulling your shoulders down to your hips as your chin is up? And you feel your body. The more you engage into your arms and your legs, the lighter your body becomes. Just hold that. This is a beautiful plank here. Very doable. And it really is affecting a lot into the side of your rib cage. And that's really such a great place to go. Because if you can strengthen in between each rib, then you are strengthening your entire upper torso. You're strengthening the bones in the rib cage, and you're getting that lymphatic fluid to move. It's all intertwined, all within your rib cage, all within the shoulders. Just try to stay in that position a little bit, and then come back down into your flat back. Rock your hips left and right. Feel how you're stretching out and toning right between the ribs. You're in a deep flat back again. Your hand on the chair. Your arms are straight as your blades are together. Float up. Weight over the heels of your hand. Look at the wall. Come on back. Again, inhale. Float on up. Look ahead. Inhale up. Exhale back. Rock yourself a little left and right. Again. Float on up. Look ahead and then up. Come back into your deep flat back. Put your hands back on the floor. Bend your knees nice and deep. Legs are apart. Circle your arm for your chair. Pause when you come up, but keep your arm to the sides. Your knees are bent. Take your right hand up. Take your left hand up. Grab your elbows. Push your head against your forearm. You're in a deep chair. Your knees are wide apart. Your feet are wide apart. And you're able to squat down, keeping your elbows above your shoulders and your shoulders above your hips. Bring your hands up, bring your hand to your heart. Come on back down into a deep forward bend. And the further you go down, the higher your bunda is. Pull your navel in and up as you fold in. So you're gripping and lifting up your torso as you're folding in. Go into your high flat back. Put your hand back on the chair. Bring your feet together and step up. And look at the wall. With your feet planted, take your right leg out and hold that. Shift all your weight in your left leg. Feel all the weight in your left leg as your right leg is out. Point your right foot to the ceiling and balance yourself as your right hand grabs the right ankle and you start to lift up your right foot with your right hand holding on to your right foot. Draw your shoulders down and inhale, looking at the wall. Hold that and see how much you can balance yourself with all your weight in your left leg, in your left hand. Put your right hand back on the chair. Bring your right knee to your nose. Take your right leg out and look at the wall. Do that 8 times on 8 and out. And 7 and out. 6 and out. 5 and out. 4 and out. 3, 2, and 1. Take your right leg out. Look at the wall. Point your right foot to the ceiling. Kick it on 8, 7, 6. Up, 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 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right foot down. Let's go ahead from here, and let's step back and just stretch that out for a second. Arms are long. Ears are in front of your arms. Rock yourself to the left, and rock yourself to the right. Float on up like a flat back. Look at the wall. And push away. Again, float on up, upward dog here, pause, and back down. One more time, you float on up, you look up, your chin is up, your chair is against the wall, so you feel very secure in pressing and leaning your body into your chair. And come on back. Deep flat back. Do you feel like you're starting to loosen up right in between the shoulder blades? That's where you want to go. If we can loosen up that one area right in between your blades, then you are restoring your entire body from your head to your feet, because it's kind of like the connection. It's the connection between your head and your feet. Go back up. Let's step up. Position your right foot on the ground. When you're good and ready with all your weight in your right leg, you look ahead at the wall and you extend your left leg straight out. You're looking at the wall. As you balance all your weight into your right foot, then let your left hand lift up your left foot. You're in a back bend. So that means you're trying to lift up your left foot with your left hand supporting, and you're feeling your back muscles engaging. And that's what you want to do. You're trying to strengthen your back muscles. Hold in this position, keep pulling your left shoulder down and looking at the wall. Good. From there, put your left hand back on the chair, bring your left knee to your nose. Let's do that on 8 and 7. And 6. Every time you bring your left knee in, you exhale and you try to get your nose to reach for your left knee on 3 and 2 and 1. Extend your left leg out. Point your left foot to the ceiling on 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Bring your left leg down. Step back and go back into a deep flat back. You're in a deep flat back, your arms are long, you rock yourself a little left, then you rock yourself a little right. Keep pulling your blades together. We just really want to concentrate on that area today. You get it right at the beginning of the session and you'll feel like your whole workout is so much better. Bring your hand to your feet, drop the crown of your head. Exhale all the air out, but pull your tummy in and up. Bend your knees, your feet are hip width together. Circle your arms around, you're easing yourself up to your deep chair. Your knees are still bent. Bring your hand to the ceiling in your thunderbolt. Bring your hand to your heart and you exhale. We're going to go into a chair twist, so get your feet settled in and have your right elbow reach the outside of your left knee. And when you're good and ready, then you twist, but don't twist until you're ready. As your knees are bent deep and your right elbow is on your left knee, you're trying to look to the ceiling. Fold your body in, exhale. Have your hand to the side of your feet. Inhale your arms again for your thunderbolt. Prepare your thunderbolt. Look up. Bring your hand to your heart. You're in a deep chair. Bracing yourself. Your left elbow is now on your right knee, and you twist. And you're trying to look up to the ceiling as you're digging your left elbow into your right knee. You're twisted. You're gonna go right in the low back. Look to the ground. Exhale. Let's bring your, take a breath in. You're in a deep forward bend. You inhale. And when you're ready, exhale like a rag down and come on up. On 4. On 3. Roll your shoulders back on 2. And circle your arms out all the way up on 1. So you're standing up in an extended mountain. And maybe you can kind of feel like you're just a little bit taller. You're reaching a little bit higher. Interlace your fingers, bring your hand behind your head and exhale. Drop your shoulders down as you scoop and lift your body up. And the way you get the crown of the head up is you pull your tummy in real tight. Pull it up and in. And that reaches the crown of your head up higher. There's a lot of force. Right, all those muscles in the abdominals are playing a really important role in strengthening your spine. Bring your hand back up. Bring your hand to your heart, your chair. Come all the way back down to your deep forward bend. You exhale. Look ahead into your high flat back. Put your hand back on your chair. Go back into a plank and pause. Can you step your feet back a little bit more? Now your chair is bumped right into the wall. Make sure it's in the wall. You're going to step your feet back because you're going to go into a real solid plank where your legs are back, you're keeping your hips up, and the weight is in the heels of your hands. And just look at the wall and see how your whole body has to tighten up in order to stay afloat. Keep in that position with your feet together. Can you point your right foot to the opposite side of the room, raising your right leg up a little bit, and just pause. You can see how you have to shift your weight more to your hands to support your right leg. Put your right foot down. Bring your left leg up. You're supporting that left leg up by dropping the weight of your body into the heels of your hands. Good. Bring your left foot back down. Hold that a little bit longer. Feel how you're pulling your armpit down to your hips to brace your body to hold this position. That's what it's all about. All right, let's ease back. Let's step yourself up a little bit and go back in with a deep flat back. Knees are slightly bent. Rock your body a little left and right. And then float your back up. Let's go ahead and open your legs wide apart this time. You're stepping up a little bit. We're going to do some rotation. You're going to put your left hand in the front metal frame of your chair. Your left hand in the center. Your legs are wide apart. So you're going to rotate your right hand to the ceiling. Now I'm going to adjust my feet a little bit. Well, I'm actually shifting my left foot up a little bit. So that way I can really focus on getting my right rib rotated far back if possible. Your right hand is to the ceiling. Can you bend your right arm and slide your right hand down your back as you're drawing your right shoulder back? Just kind of feel how severe this rotation is. It's really a maximum stretch. As you get your right shoulder back, you can even bend your left knee a little bit. Good. I want you to get a good feeling what it's like to get a full rotation. Bring your right hand to the ceiling. Bring your right arm underneath your left arm. Bring your right arm up. On 4, come on through. On 3, come on through. On 2, good. One more time, right arm up. Exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left arm. Right arm is up. Extend back. Are you still feeling that you got that right shoulder stretched back? Can you reach the wall with your right arm? And your right arm will be behind your right ear. So now you're stretching from your right hand, your right shoulder, your right hip to your right foot. Bring your right hand back up and look at your left hand. Both hands on the chair and both hands to the floor. You're in a forward bend. You can bend your knees here a little bit and kind of wrap your body in a little bit as you drop the crown of your head down and your tailbone is up. Bending your knees deep, put your hands on your hips for your chair, shift your weight back, pull up into your pelvic floor, your bunda, bring your hand to the ceiling as you inhale, and you might already find that your body's already getting stronger. It's all because we're strengthening the center. We're strengthening the center. Bring your hands up and stand up. We're going from the center and out. Bring your hand to your heart. Bring your arms back up and inhale. Come back down to your chair. Come back down to your deep forward bend. Fold your body in as you exhale, but pull up and lift up your tailbone. Breathing it out. Wiggle your legs. Go into a flat back, you inhale. Put your hand back on the chair, you're inhaling and you're looking up into all four almost as you're looking up. Shoulders down. Bring your right hand to the center of your chair. Begin to bring up your left arm. Your right knee is slightly bent, allowing you to really pull back that entire left side, where even your left hip is going back. Then bring your left arm behind your back, and you can even grab your right knee a little bit, your right leg, and your right knee is slightly bent. And all the weight is in the heel of your right hand on the frame of the chair. And then bring your left hand back up and feel like you just really got a beautiful stacking going on here. And then swing your left arm underneath your right arm and bring it back up. And we're going on 4 and up, and 3 and up, and 2 and up, and 1 and up, and hold that up. You're taking your left hip back and then stretch your left arm as if you're going to touch the wall, as your left arm is behind your left ear and is running all the way down to your left hip. You look for those feelings. That's the only way you know for sure if you stretch them, that you have to acknowledge them. Bring your left hand back up, look at your right hand, bring your left hand back down. Going back into a deep flat back, lifting your feet together and step back a little bit. And just kind of finish out your shoulder stretch as you're bringing your ears in front of your arms. And then float up and look up and inhale up. Look at the wall, shift your weight over the heels of your hands. And come on back. Inhale up, float up, and look up. Come on back. Inhale up, look up, chin it up. And let's step up. Step up to your chair. Let's go ahead and prepare bringing your body into a thunderbolt. You come and stand back up and arms up over your head as you inhale. And bring your hand to your heart as you exhale. Let's do some side stretches while we're here. Turn your body to facing, the right leg is facing your chair. And you're going to put your right hand, heel of your hand on the chair. You're going to balance yourself with your right foot on the ground. And you're in a half moon where your left knee is bent and your left hand is holding on to your left ankle. Just stay there. In this position, you're trying to lift up your left knee and you're trying to roll your shoulders back, because this really is the back bend. And so you're rolling your shoulders back and your left hand holding on to your left foot as your left knee is going up to the ceiling and coming back. So everything's kind of the opposite of what you're like every day, and we're just challenging all those muscles that support you. As you're in this position, can you extend your left leg out and take your left hand to the ceiling for a complete half moon here and hold? And then have your left hand hold your left ankle as you pull your shoulders back. Take your left leg out and extend it back up. Put your left hand back on your ankle and keep your left knee up high. Turn and look at your right hand. Can you bring back that left leg a little bit more as your left hand is pressing into your left foot? Good, and put your left foot on the ground. Let's go back into a flat back here. Both hands on the chair. Ease yourself back, stretch it to the right, and stretch into the left. And then float your body up and look ahead, and come back down. And come back up. And exhale back down into your deep flat back. Let's come back up. Let's step up. Put your hands on your hips as you stand up. Roll your shoulders back as your hands go up. Interlace your fingers. Put your hands behind your head. Elbows drop down. You inhale. Bring your hand to the ceiling, inhale up. Bring your hand to your heart and exhale. Let's go ahead and turn yourself the opposite way. Now your left leg is pointing or facing the chair, and your left hand is on the chair, and your left foot is on the floor, and your right leg is up, and your right hand holds on to your right foot, and as your right foot goes back with your right hand, and your weight is dropped into your left foot and your left hand. And stay there, and the more you press your left leg and left hand into the foundation, the stronger you're going to feel it in your right leg. You're going to feel it all much stronger into your right hip. Stay there and look up. Now extend your right leg out, your right hand up, and bring your right hand back to your foot. Again, take your right leg out, right hand up, right hand back to your foot, and pull back and go into a beautiful back bend here. Feel how you're rolling back your right shoulder and your right knee. Turn and look at your left foot hand. Bring your both hands back on the chair. Step back again into a deep flat back and exhale. Float on up and inhale. Exhale, deep flat back again. And bring your hands to the ground. Stepping back a little bit more, you're going to fold into a deep forward bend. Go into your flat back as you inhale. Walk your hands up your chair, and you're in your downward dog. So position yourself in a nice downward dog for a moment here, and just kind of check it out and see how much stronger your body is. As you can see, when you're building up that middle back, the downward dog is very easy to go into and easy to maintain, because you're gripping into your back muscles and not into your hands or your wrists. Right where all the powerful muscles are supporting. As you're in this deep downward dog and your ears are in front of your arms and your feet are apart, let's go onto your knees into all fours and look at your chair. Looking at the wall, you inhale, you're in a cow and then a cat. And then a cow and then a cat. And one more time, a cow. You look up at the wall, you're drawing your shoulders back and cross your ankles and have a seat. So you're sitting facing the chair and scoop yourself up. Scoop yourself all the way up to your chair and put your legs on top of the chair, your calf. As you have your legs on the chair, you're on your back, bring your arms up over your head and just stay there for a second. So the calves of your legs are on the chair and your arms are stretching up past the top of your mat. You're going to try to pull your tummy in and up and see how long you can lengthen your body as you breathe in. You want to feel like you're separating each rib in your rib cage when you're in this position. Now from here, put your hand behind your head and scoop in and take a look right between your legs. Rock your body a little left and right. As you're looking right between your legs, that means you're scooping your tummy in, you're tipping your pubic bone in, your chin is tucked in as you're cradling the upper part of your skull. So you're cradling your head, and just kind of rock a little left and right and feel the stretch right at the base of the skull. You're gonna feel that stretch because that's where the attachment is that runs all the way down to your tailbone. And so if we can stretch that, and you can feel that you're stretching it, then you know you're stretching the entire muscle, the entire tendon that runs from your skull, the base of your skull to your sacrum. And then from there, can you bring your hand around and touch the legs of your chair? And hold that as you scoop your tummy in. Now, if you find it's really hard to hold up your head, then just hold your head up. Better to hold your head up than just strain. Let's tap the legs of the chair on 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and lay back down. Arms over your head. How far can you reach your hands up past your mat? Can you reach your left arm far up past the mat? Like you're reaching your left hand to the opposite side of the room. Can you reach your right hand and stretch it as far as you can? When you do that, you're going to feel how you're pulling up inside of your core, your center, to reach your arm far to the opposite direction. And then from there, put your hand behind your head again and exhale. Drop your shoulders down. Rock your body a little left to the right, and let's do another set of sit-ups with your hand behind your head on 10, 9. So you're getting a good deep crunch. As you exhale, every time you come up and exhale, let the air out. 8. These are very small sit-ups. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and down. Really making the upper part of your body working. Bring your elbow to the side of your body. You're on your back again. Put the heels of your feet on the chair, right in the front. You're going to want to make sure that your chair is up against the wall. If you're going to be pressing your feet into the wall. So your feet are apart. The heels of your feet on the edge of the chair, and lift your whole body up into a bridge. And then kind of just walk your shoulder blades together. And try not to tense up your inner thigh. Try to keep them relaxed. What you're really trying to do is get the focus in the sacrum. Get right to the sacrum as you pull your tummy in and up. And your heels are pressing into the chair. And then lower your body down and come back up. And lower your body down, come back up. And do that a few more times, and every time you come up, you squeeze into the upper part of your buttock. On 3, in, up. On 2, in, up, right up into the upper glute. And 1, come on, all the way up. Can you bring your arms over your head for a second and just get a good stretch here? As you're pressing the heels of your feet in, and you're trying not to tense up your legs, so you're really concentrating on using your buttock to lift up your hips, and then lower your body down. You're on your back, your legs are back on the chair, your arms are over your head, and you rock yourself a little left and right to keep stretching your arms up. Then bring your hand behind your head and cradle your head back up as you exhale. And you can either hold on to your head, or you can have your hand reach to the legs of your chair, and we'll do another set of sit-up on 10, 10, tap, tap, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1, and down. Bring your knees in. Rock your knees a little left and right. As your knees are tucked in and you're holding on to the chin of your leg, you could maybe even have your toes touching the front of your chair. Let's do another set of sit-ups just like that, where your knees are together and you're having your feet more on the chair, so that way you can really get your elbows to tap your knees. Let's do 10 sit-ups. 10, 9, 8. So every time you come up, you exhale, and your elbows tap your knees. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. See how much easier it's getting to do those sit-ups. That's so great. That you're really centering your body. You have your knees together. Can you take both knees to the floor on the right and your knees are bent? And then as your knees are bent and they're pressing into the floor on the right, can you extend both legs out and reach your right hand to grab both feet as your feet are on the floor? And then can you try to pull down your left shoulder and press it to the floor as you take your left hand and you stretch it forward to the left? And you're dropping your shoulders down as your left hand, you're looking at your left hand like you're trying to glue your body to the earth. And hold. So what makes this binding fantastic is that you're using the ground to bind your body. You're pressing your body into the earth to brace yourself. Then bend your knees, bring your knees up. Your knees are bent. Bring your hand behind your head again for your sit-up on 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and down. Having your knees together, can you take both knees now bent to the left? And position yourself to extend both legs out to the left. And your left hand grab a hold of your feet with your knees bent. And your right hand extends far to the right as you look at your right hand and you drop your shoulders down and you try to hug the floor with your right hand while you're looking at your right hand. So your head is turned and you're just getting the maximum amount of stretch deep into your neck muscle, deep into the sacrum. And you can do that when we have good binding positions here, like what we're doing right now. Good. Bring your knees back up. Go ahead and put your leg back on the chair. Bring your arms over your head. Pull your breath in and inhale. Bring your hand behind your head and look between your legs again as you exhale. And then reach your hand to touch the chair on 15, 15. Tap, 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 tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1, and come back down. Let's go ahead from here, and I want you to wiggle yourself away from the chair. So you're going to be about 2 feet away from the chair. And then bring your knees in, tuck your knees in, rock your knees left and right. Crossing your ankles, you should be a couple of feet away from the chair that you can rock up and sit up, facing your chair. And then just sit right on up, and you put your leg underneath your chair and rock yourself left and right. Let's go ahead from here, position yourself where you have just your ankles on underneath your chair, and you draw your shoulders back as you drop your shoulders down. So we're gonna get in a staff pose where you're sitting nice and tall, your chin is tucked in as you drop your shoulders down. And just stay there for a moment. You're going to work on making sure just your ankles are underneath your chair, your feet and your ankles, so this way we can fold it nice and deep. As you're pressing the fingertip down onto the ground behind you, and you're reaching the crown of your head to the ceiling, and you're lifting up into your pelvic floor, your bunda, to lift the crown of your head to the ceiling. This will give you that extra height. And then point your feet up. And then go ahead and grab the legs of the chair and start to ease yourself down as your chin stays up. And you rock yourself left and right if you have to wiggle back a little bit more, or you don't want to hit the chair. And you're trying to fold in with the control of you holding on to the legs of the chair. So your legs are apart. And you're trying to press the back of your legs in the chair as you ease yourself down, but you're still looking at the chair. So you're really stretching out the back of your legs. And just hold that for a second and rock yourself. When you start to tense up, just rock a little left and right, because that rocking calms the muscles and it quiets them down so you can rock, so you can stretch a little deeper. Work your way into a really nice stretch. And then once you feel like you've gone as deep as you can actually hold on to your feet and fold in, or keep your hand on the chair. For some of us, it's just too hard to go into this type of a stretch. So keep your hand on the chair, fold in. And then slowly come back up as you inhale. Come up nice and tall, put your hand behind you, reach the crown of your head to the ceiling as you inhale. Let's do that one more time. Hand under the chair, keep your chin up, lower your body down, rock yourself a little left and right. The lower I go, the more I lift up my chin. I try to lift it up, so I keep lengthening as I'm folding in. I'm trying to see how high I can get my head up as I keep coming down. So I'm really pulling and stretching into the hip joints. And then once you feel you've gone as far as you can, then you can fold back down again as you exhale. So those little support, like holding on to your chair, will actually help you get into a deeper stretch than without the props. The props kind of go to the back door and getting your muscles to not defend themselves and to just let go and come back up. And you're sitting tall. Let's go ahead from here. You're going to cross your ankles and you're going to be sitting close to the top of your mat. We want to ease ourselves into a downward dog. We're going to go on to our 4. We're coming into going into another position. Go into your downward dog. Tip your tailbone up. Stretch that out for a second. Tailbone is up. Ears in front of your arm. Feet are hip width apart. And once you settle in your downward dog and you take a nice long breath in, you're going to feel how much flexible the back of your legs are. The downward dog definitely challenges the lengthening and the deep stretch in your legs. Walk your hand to your feet in your forward bend as you're exhaling. Bend your knees. Put your hand on your lap as you're inhaling. Drop your shoulders back, preparing for your thunderbolt. Stand all the way up into an extended mountain, and then squeeze your thighs in and up. Think about your thighs here. Pull your kneecaps up. Breathe up into your hamstrings and your quads. And that's just going to give you another full few inches to reach your hand to the ceiling. And bring your hand to your heart. Circle your arms around, arm to the ceiling. Exhale, hand to your heart. Let's step up to your chair, move your chair to the right. We'll finish up in the sun salutation. Just put it right on the ground. You're going to turn around and face the front of your mat. Good. Okay. Let's see what be normal, okay? Put your hand on your hip, drop the shoulders back, move the crown of your head up, and inhale up. Exhale your deep chair. Your feet are just a little bit apart, enough where you can pat yourself down. Come down in your deep forward bend, you exhale. Come on up into your high flat back, you inhale. Prepare yourself into your plank as you exhale. Right over the heels of your hand. You're going to feel like, wow, I'm so much stronger here. I really can support myself now. I get it. Come down to your chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back, lift your body up, breathe in and up for your upward dog, go to the sofa. Keep your jaw relaxed as you look up, eyes open, look up, and tap your shoulders down. See how your back is really good, at least from the standing position on the chair. You're really getting a good back from now. Prepare yourself for your downward dog. You exhale. Tip your tailbone up, ears in front of your arm. Bring your legs together. Take your right foot to the ceiling. You inhale. Swing your right foot to your hand as you exhale. Shift your leg back. You're coming to your lunge. You start to inhale when your hands come back up. Lift up, open up, and breathe in and up. Exhale your hand to your heart. Feel how solid you are. Come on all the way down. Bring your right foot back next to your left foot, right over the heels of your hands. You are exhaling. Begin to inhale. Exhale into your chaturanga. Draw your shoulders back. Come on up into your upward dog. You breathe in. You draw your shoulders back. Your jaw is relaxed. As you're done inhaling, your throat is open. You exhale your downward dog. You exhale. From your downward dog, your legs together. Your left foot to the ceiling. You inhale. Swing your left foot to your hand as you exhale. Brace yourself. Then you come up, you exhaling, and then you inhale. See how that all works together. You gotta brace your body into the earth to come on up. Bring your hand to your heart. You are now exhaling. Keep those shoulders back. Come on back with your left foot down to the ground. Position yourself. Lift your body up. Right over the heels of your hand in chaturanga. Roll your shoulders back and inhale up, look up. Rock your hips a little bit left and right. Shoulders back. As you're lifting up, open your legs a little bit apart. Looking up. Feel how that's going right down your tailbone. And then come back in a child pose. Stretch yourself out into a deep child pose and hold. Your knees are apart. And so walk your hands up to the top of your mat. Plant your arms down and hold that as you glue your body to the floor. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to glue your body to the floor. And look at your thumb as your hands are up. Just another way of opening up into the shoulders and stretching into the side of your rib cage. Then float on up and look up. Upward dog with your feet up. Come on back. Come on up. Inhale up. Turn it up. Look up. Come on back. You're going to feel how much more power you have. Because everything is kind of connecting here. Hold up and look up. Get your feet up. You're lifting up. You're on the heel of your hand. You're bracing the side of your arm hip to hip. Then turn and look at your left foot. As if your left foot in a cut. Your left shoulder. Bring it back up. And turn and look at your right foot. Good. And back up. Come into our four. Come into our four. Go into your cat. Go into a cow. Go into a cat. As you're in a cat and your hands are planted really nice here, go in a downward dog. In your downward dog, you're going to feel like your whole body is participating in this. You just feel like everything from your hand to your shoulder to your mid-back to the side of your torso to your hips to your thighs to your buttock, everything. Your legs, your feet are totally involved and muscles are being activated as you're holding this pose. Take a long, steady breath in, and most importantly, your breath. You're breathing in, your jaw is relaxed, you're pulling your breath in because all the muscles are cooperating. And when you're good and ready, you can step or jump to your hands. Fold your body down into a deep forward bend. Your feet are hip width apart. Put your hand on your lap. You're preparing for your chair. Draw your shoulders back. Circle your arms with your thunderbolt. In as you move. And then you breathe in and out. Doesn't start with just your arms up. Everything just goes right up and right past your fingertips. Hand to your heart and exhale. Inhale, extended mountain up. Namaste. Thank you.